need Adam Gase. I don't need Dan Campbell. I don't need Bill goddamn Belichick, because these are all professional players playing 7-on-7. They can figure out the simple-ass playbook, right? You know who I'm taking as my fucking head coach? The head coach herself, AJ Titties.
And especially with Castellanos batting, a known hater of humankind.
Did you know that they're called Arse? Their team's called Arsenal because their fans like the Arse? That's fucking football right there. None of that pansy-ass, dick-tugging, smile-for-the-camera bullshit. Men puke, men poop on the field. Men deliver their newborn baby on the sidelines. Fucking hardcore. It looks like Boaz won.
Hey, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Muffed podcast. As always, my name is Boaz, and I'm here with Lamita and Aaron. What's up, guys?
Man, why are we back on Zoom, Boaz?
Long story. We did an episode in person. Audio all got fucked up, so it's like literally completely all muted. It was a really good episode too. Like I thought it was actually like one of our maybe like a top 15, 20 maybe episode we've ever had.
Honestly, if that episode came out, we would have had 100K views on it.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. I think that's the smart. I think I think minimum 100K.
Yeah, minimum.
We're looking in a more realistic range, maybe like 1 million, 2 million views.
Yeah, we would be on the trending page. Like we'd be like number 2 or 3 on trending.
I think so too, but it's that will always be lost in the archives. And but we're still here. We're trying to bring an episode every single week, at least once every single week. And we can't miss this week. So we're back. We might repeat a few things that we already said before. So we start talking about things that we don't really elaborate on, or we really it's like, damn, like you guys could have talked more about it. It's probably because we already did talk about it. We just talked about it for the second time. But with that being said, I still think this is gonna be a good episode. We kind of changed up a few of the things. So it's not exactly the same episode. It's not gonna be exactly the same thing that we talked about before. I don't know. Yeah, should be fun. Let's get into it.
Let's just copy it word for word and play back the recording and listen to it.
I thought about that first. I was like, dude, how funny would it be if we just we all came into the same room, we just watched it, and we all just.
We tried to dub over our voice.
Yeah. But I'm like, dude, I don't remember everything. I said.
Oh, that'd be so funny though. They'll just watch it.
It would be so funny, and I don't think it would have worked. As always, we'll start off our episode with our highlights of the week. Lamita, you know what? Why don't you start us off? What's your highlight?
Man.
This is
prepared
as you can see. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The football's not coming home.
Oh man, I was devastated.
Yeah, me too, man. I already let my emotions out then.
No, yeah, I mean it's not coming home.
Round, but I'll try again.
Fuck Lamita.
It's not coming home.
Meter is lag, but fuck.
You guys are lagging.
No, you're the one lagging for me.
I think it's because Aaron and I you're good now. Lamita's not. The trophy's not coming home. Lamita's home Wi-Fi not working as of right now. Lamita, no, you're back. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, it's not coming home. I was really devastated, and I said this last time, but I think this is the most important part from the highlight. To Marcus Rashford, Bukayo Saka, and Jadon Sancho. Obviously, I don't have the penalty experience they have. I have to tell the story again because I have to flex that I used to play soccer at like a decently competitive level, right? So I've only ever taken how many penalties? 1 penalty in my life. I missed that right down the middle.
Mm-hmm.
It hit the goalkeeper's feet as he dove. It was kind of depressing.
So similar. That actually is similar to what was the last guy? Sancho, right? I think he was the last guy who he missed.
Saka was the last one. Sancho was the second.
Oh, yeah. So
and Marcus Rashford was the one who, according to Boaz, juked out the goalkeeper.
He juked him out. He had him on the ground. Like, if he just made that in, that would have been, really sick. And then he hit the goalpost. It was like, oh, that was kind of all for nothing.
Yeah, anyways, I don't have the penalty experience they have. I'm actually pretty bad at penalties, I'd say. I've gotten way better, but, my coaches didn't trust me after that. One time my coach asked me, yo, are you going to go score this penalty for me in one of the 2 shootouts I've ever been in? And I was like, yeah, we'll see, coach. I can't give any promises. I didn't get to take a penalty because I said that, right?
You just got to stay confident.
For the young ones watching, always be confident if you want to take a penalty.
I didn't know. I disagree, Lemire. I said this last time. I would say this just like the podcast. Right now we can talk about like, oh, our episode was going to get 10 million views. If we actually put that up, it would have gotten 10 million views. When there's always like a possibility that like, oh, I could have done something. It's like, hey, if you put me in, coach, maybe we would have won that game. I think that's the best possible scenario you could possibly ever.
Yeah, but like, okay, like, no, the best possible scenario, you take it and you win it, right?
Sure, sure.
I did
the best possible scenario when you know in your mind that you're not going to be able to do it. Like when you're like, oh, I'm not really skillful enough for that, but I'm going to BS my way. Like
it's when you have like a sliver of doubt in your mind. That's when you pull that excuse. When you know you're not going to be able to hit it, you just tell your coach, "Nah, man, I'm what's up, man?"
I would disagree. You don't ever say that. You just hey, maybe like I shouldn't. Exactly what you did. Maybe I should. And then you went in the locker room when like the guy who did miss it, you go up to him and be like, man,
hey, bro,
I should have told him yes, because I know if I made it, if he put me in, I would have fucking made that shit.
Yeah,
but
what's
he supposed to say? He can't. There's no unless they. You can use that excuse until they invent time machines. For however long, until whatever they invent time machines, you have that fucking excuse because nobody will ever know. Nobody will know. Like, hey, we redid that. Nobody would ever know.
Yeah, I think, but those guys were courageous enough to not pull those excuses like us, Boaz.
And because of that,
they stepped up in the biggest of stages in their home, and unfortunately they missed. But they got long careers ahead of them. I think they got to keep their head up. They're wonderful players. Even Saka, even though he plays for Arsenal, a wonderful player.
And Manchester United, teach your players how to fucking shoot some penalties. That's
Did you know that they're called their team's called Arsenal because their fans like the Ars? That's what I heard.
Damn.
Dude, Arsenal's the biggest banter club in England, man. Everybody just roasts Arsenal.
I hate me some banter. Yeah,
Arsenal's the only. Here's a fun fact for you. I think this might be a fun fact for Aaron too. Arsenal's the only team to ever go undefeated in a Premier League season and win it. And this was 2004, and I don't think they've won a single league championship after that.
Hey, that. I mean, to be honest, I'm thinking about this right now. If the Patriots did that, whatever, what was it, like 08, 09, when they were undefeated, and then if they won the Super Bowl, and then if you told me that happened, they would never win a Super Bowl for another 50 years, would you take that? Like, would you like, all right, let them have that one undefeated season, like the first ever?
They'd have the claim at the greatest team ever. No.
Yeah, that's true. I agree. Yeah, I agree. I think I'm coming to the same consensus as you. I'd rather have whatever. You can have the Atlanta Falcons come back. You can have the Rams one. Take it. Have it. You can have whatever. What other one? The Seahawks one where they didn't run the ball at the 1 yard line. You can have those.
But then Tom Brady wouldn't be the GOAT.
That's
true. I guess
he's not as talented as Aaron Rodgers and Peyton Manning. He might not even be a top 5 quarterback with just like 2 Super Bowl wins.
Hey, we're going to do our QB list. It's kind of a good preview. We're going to do our QB list soon, probably in the next week or so. Yeah. So that could be interesting. Yeah, Lemire before was like, no, we're going to do it next Tuesday. And I was like, I don't know, man. There could be a game next Tuesday. No, there's no chance. We're going to talk about that too. But now it seems – actually, no, it doesn't seem like it. There is going to be a game on Tuesday. At least Tuesday, potentially Thursday as well.
Yeah. Oh, wait. I got another highlight regarding that. So after we recorded the podcast, this happened afterwards, right? So the Suns lost. CP3 sold, but I believe in Chris Paul. I think.
Did you see how fast he turned on him? He was like,
he did.
I want a CP3 to get a ring to this guy's.
Okay, wait. Just help me get through this in my head, all right? Devin Booker has.
Okay, wait. Save it. Lemire, save it from when we actually talk about basketball.
Okay. We'll save the basketball.
This is how.
Okay, this can be the highlight. So after the game, Giannis is getting interviewed, and Rachel Nichols asks a question, and Giannis just looks around trying to see her, and he's like, "Yo, are you still work here?"
Wait, did that really happen? I didn't see that.
Still work here, but he's just like
his face said it all.
Yeah, his face. Well, that's what all the memes were. But his face was like he couldn't. Maybe he just didn't see her. Maybe she was just far in the back of the room or something like that. Like she doesn't seem like what are those like the journalist was like really tall and she was behind him or something like that. I'm just gonna give the benefit of the doubt. Maybe that wasn't necessarily the case.
Yeah, he said, "Oh, I didn't see you," but like
yeah, I think he said something like, "I didn't see you," and all the memes were like oh shit, like you still work at ESPN. But Giannis had another funny one. I thought over DeAndre Ayton, where you just there and asked him like, "What were you thinking? What's going through your head?" Is that? He's like, honestly, in my head right now, I'm thinking, "Fuck, I'm about to get dunked on." And then somehow he finds a way to get his hands on the ball.
That was a very clutch block.
That was a very clutch block. Yeah, that won the game. But yeah, we got to talk. We'll talk about it.
That didn't win the game. Chris Paul sold.
All right, we'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it in like 20 minutes. Let me. Is that it? Is that all you got? All you got. All right, Aaron, go ahead.
All right, so first thing I want to talk about, my highlights of the week was the MLB Home Run Derby happened on Monday. So it's going to be almost a week ago by the time this episode comes out. And Lemeter's favorite player, Shohei Ohtani, did not make it out of the first round, unfortunately. But hey,
Joe Fluke.
Joe
See,
Fluke.
I'm not even an Ohtani hater. I've seen on Twitter ever since the home run derby. I've seen a lot of like kind of Ohtani haters. Not even like Stephen A. Smith. He's not really an Ohtani hater. Like I think he likes the player. Just what he said was, yeah, what he said. Well, I don't know if he's right. What he said was really like he didn't think that through necessarily.
Yeah.
But there's been like all of a sudden I see ever since that home run derby, a lot of just like, oh, dude, Otani's really not that good. Like everyone just overrates him. It's like, I mean, like he's not half bad, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know where all the hate's coming
like
from.
30 home runs in like half the season. That's I feel like that's that's pretty
on pace
decent.
for like 66. That's pretty good if you ask me. But yeah, I mean, he's like one of the most likable players in MLB. Like I don't know, like I call him overrated just because he's in the A's division. I don't really think that. Just so everyone knows that.
To say that, yeah,
it actually is. Yeah, and then Pete Alonso took it home for the second straight time. There was no one in 2020, but he won in 2019. So he was being an asshole though. He should have let Trey Mancini win it because dude survived cancer. He should have pulled the trick that Matt Olson pulled, which is hit a home run, but like for the last one where you could have tied it, like make it look like it's going to go a home run, and then curve it foul at the last second. Totally on purpose. Matt Olson did that. That's my theory on that.
Wait, so, Aaron, I have to point something out there. Two things actually.
Oh, okay.
Did you see Pete Alonso after he one of the ball boys or the people in the outfield tried to catch one of his?
You saw it like dancing, smiling.
They tore their ACL and they were being like helped off, and Pete Alonso was just bopping his head to a song.
Yeah. Hey, you listen. He's in the mood for home runs. You can't like once you get out of that mood,
you can't knock the grind.
Yeah,
you can't knock the grind. But yeah. So, sorry.
Second thing was, is it a hot take to say I enjoyed watching Shohei Ohtani versus Juan Soto more than like any of Pete Alonso's rounds?
No, that's not a hot take. That was the most entertaining round, I think.
Yeah,
I guess that was
run at the end of like the first period where like he just had to get like home runs off one after the other. That was just ridiculous.
No, sure, but okay, but
Soto
like
just getting 3 and 3. That was crazy.
No, but okay, but Pete Alonso that first round where he had like 33 home runs and like all the other dudes were like barely hitting. Like there were some guys who were barely getting like 20, and like in that first round he got like 30 or some shit like that. Like he like that was like that was pretty impressive. I mean he was impressive. They showed some graphic. They showed a graphic of literally like and he had like they were showing like this. So first off, it was kind of a compliment for both guys. The pitcher. They were showing literally he was just pitching in one spot. Like, those pitchers were like all over the place. Pete Alonso's guy was just pitching and literally was just right down the middle, and he was like pitching it perfectly. And they were showing like the graphic that were all the balls were like all in that one little cluster, and it was just like either a home. It was just all pretty much home runs. Like they were just showing it was like blue dots for home runs and then red ones for it wasn't a home run, and it was just like it was so covered in blue ones that you barely could see any red ones. So like I mean Pete Alonso did a really you can't take it into like
that is impressive. That is impressive. But to the viewer, I think at least to myself, it was more cool to see just like this dude struggling, can't get one off, and all of a sudden just like rap 10 out of 10 out of nowhere.
That was the most competitive one. I think that was the closest one.
Yeah.
But Trey Mancini though, that was like a story. Like I don't think anyone like going into it. I mean I heard about Joey Gallo. Obviously, Shohei Ohtani was like the favorite. Everyone pretty much tuned in for that. And then like Pete Alonso already won the year before. But like nobody thought like Trey Mancini was kind of like okay, like it's a cool story. Maybe he'll win like one round or something like that, and then he made it all the way to that.
I think the only person with less height than like I didn't expect Trey Mancini to do like make it all the way, but I thought it'd be insane if he actually won it. But I feel like the only dude I expected to go further less than Trey Mancini was Salvador Perez, and I mean I don't even remember what he did honestly.
He had 28.
Yeah, he was the one who had 28, which would have been a good score for like literally every other like matchup.
But then he had a
matchup against Pete Alonso at like 33. And it's like
I didn't see the Pete Alonso first round one against Salvi.
That was the one that was like the crazy one. It was literally like he didn't like it was almost pretty much every single hit was like a home run. It was maybe like everyone except like 2 or 3.
Poor guy just walked in knowing he was out. Like
I love Salvador Perez though.
That's the craziest thing. Like, yeah, you have 28, and you're probably thinking to yourself, like, "Oh, that was a good score." Like, like I should be fine. And then Pete Alonso gets like 33, and it's like, goddamn.
All right, and then so I did this earlier before the baseball season started. I don't really remember what my predictions were, but it's time for my mid-season playoff predictions. We're changing it up. So some of the stuff has changed from the first time I did my predictions. We're just going to go through them quick here because I don't want to torture Lemeter and Boaz again because we already did this.
Wait. There's an emote I can do. Hold up. They don't have the eyes emote.
Okay, I don't think any of the viewers.
Okay, cool.
Let me just do. You have to do it. You got to do it on camera because none of the viewers can see it. It's only between me and Aaron. You got to do it.
Okay. All right. Let's start in the National League.
Okay.
Let's start in the National League. I have the Dodgers taking the 1 seed. And number 2 seed in the NL, I got the Brewers. They're red hot right now. Didn't expect that. So I don't know. I think they can keep it up. They have some talent on that roster. 3 seed, Mets. This is by far going to be the worst team out of the 5 that are making it, even though they're winning the division. They're very inconsistent, but they do have lots of talent. They're looking better than most Mets teams have recently.
They have Pete Alonso. Right?
They do have Pete Alonso.
Home run derby
champion. But I feel like if more importantly than him, I feel like Francisco Lindor gets going, that team could be dangerous. And of course, they have Jacob deGrom. All right, the Padres have the 4 seed. I don't think they're going to beat the Dodgers in the division, but they're definitely the favorites for the wild card. I mean, this team right now is almost in like, I think if they don't make the NLCS this season is going to be like disappointing for them because that team's loaded. Number 5, I have the Giants. This is like the surprise of the year in the NL for me. I mean, I don't think anyone expected the Giants to be good. I mean, Darren Ruff is their starting first baseman. I said that last time, but
you did say that last time.
And Brandon Crawford and Buster Posey. Sorry, what'd you say, Lemire?
GOAT first baseman Darren Ruff.
Dude, I love Darren Ruff. I just like his name. Anyways, this is a side story. Do you know Mauricio Dubon on the Giants?
Yeah, I do know Dubon.
There's this YouTube channel on YouTube called John Boy Media. He does like breakdowns of shit that happened in the game. And last year in 2020 when the Giants were playing the A's in Oakland, the Darren Ruff and Mauricio Dubon like combined for like 3 errors in 1 inning. And it was the funniest fucking shit. If you watch that breakdown, because like they hit a fly ball just right to Dubon, he drops it, and he just goes like, that's all right. And then Darren Ruff like dives for the ball, like hits up his glove, and he like drops another one. And oh my god, like I can't describe it to you. You should look that up because that's honestly like comedy, and you can just laugh now because like this team is almost like identical to the team that's doing good now. Anyways, AL. Number 1 seed White Sox, led by Tony La Russa, worst managing hire ever, but some of the team's really good, really loaded. So
not the best
I think they
takes,
can get the 1 seed.
Not the best political takes, but
the best political takes.
As a manager,
Tony La Russa.
Yeah.
Second seed in AL.
DUI GOAT right there, and a manager.
DUI GOAT. Yeah. Hey, A's legend Tony La Russa. Anyways, Astros, number 2 seed. Unfortunately, as much as it pains me to say that, they are super hot right now. They're looking like as good as they should be while cheating without cheating. So good for them. 3rd seed, I have the Tampa Bay Rays, Wander Franco carrying, obviously. But anyways, yeah, I feel like the Rays are going to win the division over the Red Sox. I feel like the Red Sox are going to cool off. Red Sox, basically the Giants of the AL, except I feel like their team's a little more stacked than the Giants. I think they'll hold on, but I feel like they'll lose the division to the Rays. And 5th seed, I have the A's. Let's go, Oakland. They're not. I feel like
no surprise.
I feel like the A's are going home in the wild card round this year. I feel like that's how I think they're just going to be 1 and done. That's my prediction. I mean, we got worse from last year, and I think we're going to squeak into the playoffs and lose immediately, like we always do.
Aaron, 2 things to point out again.
Okay.
Both the Bay Area teams, at least for now. Sorry, Aaron. Are gonna be 5th seeds, which is and then secondly, isn't Wander Franco the best player from the Dominican Republic in the MLB?
Yeah, but I think we Googled this and it turns out like he wasn't from the Dominican Republic, right?
No, that was the other guy. That was the other guy. The guy on the A's, the minor league guy.
Oh, you mean Sherton Apostle?
Yeah, Sherton.
Oh, that guy's on the Rangers. Yeah, Wander Franco is from the Dominican Republic. Yes.
Yeah, best player from the.
Yes, I agree with that 100%.
I can name one other and that's fine. I mean, there's probably more
honestly,
than just one.
I can't name anyone else in MLB that's from the Dominican Republic.
From the Dominican Republic, yeah, I'd be
I probably can't name others. They're just not good, Aaron.
Yeah, exactly. All right, real quick.
I wouldn't be able. I mean, the Dominican Republic. I mean, they're going to struggle in the Olympics and the baseball. I think just they're not going to have any good players to just who would they choose from?
Okay, real quick, new news story that happened like in between the last time we recorded our first episode and then this one. So the Yankees and Red Sox were supposed to play the comeback from the All-Star break. They're supposed to play the first game, but it was postponed due to COVID protocols because people in the Yankees tested positive. And now we're gonna play a game of guess who. Really is who's the unvaccinated Yankee? Because the reports came out that six of the people, there were 6 people that tested, I believe, and then tested positive. Hold on, let me try and read this actually instead of just pulling it out of my ass. Okay. Let's see. So the Yankees 3 confirmed positive cases. Jonathan Lazaga, Nestor Cortez, and Wendy Peralta were all vaccinated. And then Aaron Judge, Giovanni Urshela, and who's the other guy? Wait, where's the other name? It was Aaron Judge, Giovanni Urshela, and someone else. You can cut this part out. I'm just going.
Well, Aaron Judge, correct me. Aaron Judge fixes gap, right? I was gonna say with the gap tooth being unvaccinated, it seems pretty on brand. I was gonna say like that seems to go pretty hand in hand. Fucked up teeth.
Why I don't want Aaron Judge on the Giants, especially for Yaz and Ramos.
Mm.
I mean, I would.
But he is from the Bay Area, though. Or no, wait, no, he is. I don't think he is actually now. Yeah, I know he's a Niners fan, but I was like, I don't think he is. Maybe he is.
Linden, California. I don't know if that's in the Bay Area or not.
It's close, probably.
Okay. Anyways, so basically, we're trying to figure out who the unvaccinated Yankee is. We're going to read this Yankees Redditor comment. He says this is turning into one of those logic puzzles. He puts 6 players tested positive, 3 players confirmed, which is Lazaga, Cortez, and Peralta. Those guys are all vaccinated. Not every one of the 6 is vaccinated. 2 of the remaining 3 are position players. One of the players went to the All-Star game. Aaron Judge, and 1 remaining player is unvaccinated. So Aaron Judge, according to this guy, is vaccinated. So maybe it's Giovanni Urshela. Maybe it's Aroldis Chapman. I don't know. Maybe it's Garrett Cole. I don't know who's the unvaccinated Yankee. We have yet to figure it out.
Aroldis Chapman, right? He throws like the fastest, one of the fastest fastballs right in the league.
Yeah, 105.
So do you think maybe the vaccine? Maybe he's scared that the vaccine will make it a little slower. Maybe I don't know.
Maybe. Hey, maybe he needs it because he's actually having one of his worst seasons in his career. So maybe he
has Fauci confirmed? Yeah, like what does the vaccine do to ball speed? Like how does that impact?
I don't know how the vaccine affects spin rate, ball speed. I don't know.
Yeah, Aaron, what's more dangerous to the game of baseball, vaccines or spider tack? I think that's the new question.
I think more dangerous to the game of baseball than both those things is bat flips. I think, if you hit a home run, you're supposed to walk around the bases and not enjoy it at all.
Swinging on a 3-0 count.
Oh, Mike, don't even get me started on that. You're gonna get me off on a tangent, Buzz. I think you might as well just take your highlights of the week right now.
All right. Started. Dude, nothing gets me more riled than that. So, a few of these are repeats. I have a few new ones from Tuesday from the unreleased episode. They'll never be seen by the public. Only the 3 of us will ever know what happened in that episode. But so the first one was Jason Preston. It was a guy who I talked before about. He used to be a Pistons blogger. Then he had like a big growth spurt in his senior year of high school. Then he went to college, balled out in the NCAA tournament, and now he is. He said he's going to the NBA draft, so like he could be drafted. Could be like a second rounder. That's what I saw a few mock drafts with him maybe being a second rounder. He could be undrafted, but either way, that's kind of a cool story. You go from.
Can we make a clip of this exact part of the episode and send it to Chris to put it on TikTok so he knows he has hope?
He has hope. He does have hope. I mean, right? Yeah. If Chris just needs to maybe have like a 3 to 4 inch growth spurt. Then he also needs to, along with that growth spurt, get some basketball skills, get some basketball knowledge, maybe just like athleticism, maybe just a little bit of grit for defense, and then just coachability, and maybe learn that. And I think he's got everything you needed to be maybe like a D3 level prospect.
Dude, Chris has negative coachability. This is turning into Chris segment, but like he has negative coachability, dude. Boaz, Aaron, here's the background. Chris and I were playing for like $20, and it was raining, or like it rained before the court was a little wet. Chris had brand new basketball shoes, and I had Air Force Ones that were like beaten up, and like the grip on the bottom was like done for. Right?
They're flat. They're pretty much like, if you're thinking of like Will Chamberlain, like back in the day, those type of shoes. Like this is what Lemaitre has. There's no traction whatsoever. They're completely flat, and we're playing in like a wet, rainy surface, like in the
So I beat Chris, and you know why? Every time I'd post up on him, he'd go sliding back 10 feet because he'd be standing on his toes.
He slipped like 10 times. Every time, like, Chris, dude, like, listen, plant your feet. You're first off, like, you're taller. You have basketball shoes. Just plant your feet every time he goes inside and put your hands up. And every time Lemaitre would just literally just like put a shoulder into him, and Chris would just slip and fall. And I'm like, Chris, it's not that difficult. Just plant your feet.
And Boaz told him this, and Chris wouldn't do it. And then after the game, he had the audacity to complain about the conditions. He's like, "Oh, Lemaitre, the conditions were favored." I was wearing jeans and he was wearing shorts.
Hey, in Chris's defense, the new basketball shoes are not suited for the watery terrain. They're suited for the courts. Your Air Force Ones are beat up, and they were ready for the terrain.
For the streets. The Air Force Ones are for the streets.
Exactly. Chris was expecting to play in like the Lakers Stadium or like Staples Center or some shit.
Yeah, Staples
So
Center.
I think it was unfair. I think he has the right to complain there.
That's like like if I'm getting told I'm gonna eat at like a 5-star restaurant and you take me to a 3-star one. Like I mean the food's not bad, but like it's not what I wanted the 5-star one. Chris wanted to be playing in the indoor court, all the amenities, and Lemire took him to the streets and on the rainy surface. And that's the only reason. Aaron, you're right. That is the only reason why Chris lost.
That's what I'm thinking.
All right, next one. So this is, this is tough for me now because I had to apologize twice, and I want to get this out of the way. Trevor Lawrence, Tim Tebow, I apologize. This is what happens. You read a few tweets on just consecutive tweets about a no Tebow clause in Trevor Lawrence's contract. And you're like, oh, that's funny. Let me put that in my notes app for highlights of the week next week. And it's like, oh, like the guys are gonna get a kick out of that. And it turns out I was duped. That's not it's not real. There's no Tebow clause.
I just want to say I'm sorry, Trevor, for all the mean things me and Lemire said about you during that, because we were duped as well. We were secondhand duped.
Our co-host is an asshole and led us to believe.
No, I mean this is I think this is I'm a victim. I'm a victim of a duping. That is the only way that it can be. And as a victim, I think first off, my condolences to myself. I just wanted to say that first. I wanted to apologize to myself. It's a very tough situation. I have to go 2 times now and have to go and a thing in front of a live audience, and not really a live audience, but in front of people who are gonna be watching. To be and admit right here, I'm the bigger person. I was wrong. There's no such thing as a never Tebow clause.
Boys, I hate to interrupt, but Castellanos over the left field. It's 4-0 ball game.
Dude, Lemire somehow knows what my next highlight of the week is. Nick Castellanos ruining another moment against the Royals.
How was it against the Royals both times? Can we just throw that out there?
I don't know. But and Tom Breneman's not there anymore, so we removed the factor. Everyone's like, oh, maybe it's Tom Breneman's fault. We removed the Tom Breneman factor altogether, and they're doing a eulogy for some like I feel like it's either like a Vietnam veteran or like a World War II veteran or something like that. And midway through the eulogy, Nick Castellanos has the audacity. Who's the bigger asshole? Beating fucking Trey Mancini in the home run derby, or Nick Castellanos during a eulogy.
Well, I had this take last time, but I think it's on the network because they could have brought it back like 30 seconds earlier before the game, just cut off that 30 seconds of ad revenue. But they said no. They said no. We're gonna do it during the game,
or do it before or after the game. I've never seen I don't think I've ever seen them do a eulogy during the game or
before the game makes the most sense, honestly.
Or even during when they're switching, when the innings are when innings are switching, and the guys are running onto the field and stuff they're switching sides. You could do it during that part. I feel in the NFL, you sometimes hear I forgot who it is, but someone, let's say in the booth, whatever, someone in the production has cancer or some shit like that. You'll sometimes see Mike Tirico be like, oh, Mike or whatever, I'm sending our strengths and whatever and our prayers to this person. It's they'll say that shit in the NFL, but they say that not during the middle of the play. Imagine they did that during the fucking play, Lamar Jackson scrambling for a 40-yard touchdown, and in the middle of that they fucking start talking about how this dude has cancer or something like that.
That's basically the equivalent of what happened.
Member of our team, first of this member of our team, Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, exactly. That's literally the equivalent of this. NFL guys will wait for a timeout or any sort of stoppage. You could have literally just done that. Wait for the innings are switching, and midway through that, maybe I don't know, just quick eulogy or something.
Yeah, and especially with Castellanos batting, a known hater of humankind.
He is. Yeah, no, it is. Does Nick Castellanos have insight? Do you think maybe before they're hey, listen, so around maybe the third inning, we're gonna say something and we're gonna do a little eulogy. If you want to ruin it, by all means, just hit a home run at this point. He's say less.
And also, did you see that video of Nick Castellanos' pitching coach getting interviewed after he hit a game go ahead and home run or something, and then they were just so what'd you tell Nick? Because you told Nick something before he came up to the box. His pitching coach just goes, I told Nick to imagine the baseball as Rob Manfred's face.
I heard about that. Yeah.
And then Nick Castellanos just sitting there smiling. And then the broadcast, I don't remember what the broadcast said.
No regard for human life, Nick Castellanos, dude. That's all I can say.
Nick Castellanos would be the greatest baseball player of all time if you just have
it was a tragedy. Every game he played, there was a tragedy. I
wouldn't call Tom Brenneman saying a choice word about what he thinks the Kansas City is as a tragedy.
I mean, I would say it's for the broadcast maybe, and for the was it I don't know whatever channel they were on. I would say
sensitive. Nick Castellanos, put him there. He'll hit a home run guaranteed. We got to test it out,
man.
It's like the plot of Loki. It's like the plot of Loki where they're hiding in apocalypses. Nick Castellanos hits home runs in apocalypses.
It really is that like that. I
surface.
think Nick Castellanos, if like I'm thinking like let's say you gave I don't even know what, but like I'm thinking like what can one up this? Like maybe like someone proposing or something like that. He just hits a home run and like hits him in the head like while he's like proposing in the stands. Like how can you possibly one up this?
Boaz. Remember we went to the Reds Padres game. I was rooting for the Reds. Castellanos was having a rough game. You know what? I realize I should have just. I don't mean to cancel myself here, but I should have just hurled racial slurs.
Whoa! Lemire, why would you be doing that in the first place, Lemire? Whoa, that's
No, I would never do that. Like just for my is that worth it? Just for the Reds, though. And you know what? It's not worth it. I'm not that type of person. Never gonna.
Just listen. It's a quick racial slur with an asterisk. It's an asterisk racial.
It's a Mickey Mouse. It's a Mickey Mouse slur. You know,
it's a Mickey Mouse slur. Yeah, you're not saying it because you actually mean it. It's because you want the Reds.
Castellanos.
Hey, guys, we're laughing about this, but on a serious note, I always do this. It sounds like a joke, but I'm not joking. On a serious note, we don't.
Supposed to get left with the whole thing. Hold on.
If you have like any of those racist thoughts, please don't even watch the podcast. We don't need your views. We're gonna hit you out of the park.
Yeah, 3-1. That's a 3-1. Yeah, 3-1.
4-0
or 4-1. 4-0. Dude, that is I don't know what the fuck else is worse. Like what could be?
I don't know, like a knock on wood, like a second 9/11 or something happens like mid game, and they fly to it, and then it just goes Nick Castellanos just hitting it out.
No, yeah, we have to report whatever, like the Twin Towers are going down, or whatever the World Trade Center is going down again. and
Castellanos takes that one out. That's 4-0 Reds.
Fuck me.
At that point, menace the society. Like he might overtake Patrick Beverly and become the.
What do you mean? He just hits home runs at weird times. I don't know.
The next OJ Simpson, whatever, like they whatever, like there's like a feed, and then halfway through the feed, they say, "All right, we cut that for a second to Nick Castellanos home run," and just they interrupt you, whatever. I don't know, man. Like, dude, Nick Castellanos. I think there's gonna be another awkward moment. Just knowing him, I think if you have two, I think three's you're about to happen.
I think so too.
Yeah.
And real quick, have you guys seen the movie Field of Dreams? Kevin Costner. That's unfortunate. But I forgot to mention some highlights of the week. This was supposed to happen in 2020, but it's happening in 2021. The Yankees and the White Sox are going to be playing in the field from Field of Dreams, the movie. They're going to be playing their 2-game series there, which, by the way, it's a fucking cornfield. They're going to play a game of baseball in a fucking cornfield.
When is that happening?
It's happening August, I think, 12th. I think that's a must-watch for me. That's a must watch. They're gonna. I've heard, but if in the movie, basically what it is, it's like the ghosts of like past baseball players like come out and play in the field. It's like they come out of like the cornfield. So if the starting lineup isn't introduced with like Aaron Judge coming out of the cornfield, I'm gonna be disappointed. But they are playing in like a cornfield, so I'm very hyped to see how.
Is this the Nickelodeon game of MLB? Like, is this the MLB's version?
Yeah, except they're actually playing it. It's like if they actually had real slime like in the middle of the game, but like they're actually playing it.
They play like in the Bikini Bottom. Like, this is like the like
they're playing it in the. So I think that's a must watch. Like I have no idea how the fuck that's gonna work. I don't even know if how the field's regulation. I don't know. Maybe we're gonna see some Aaron Judge stat padding home runs there. I don't know.
So I guess that is true. Yeah, are those Mickey Mouse home runs that they don't count? It's not whatever.
Because apparently, like, is the ball just going to go into the cornfield for home runs? Is there going to be a wall? Like, I don't know how it's going to work.
Yeah, can like the outfielder run into the cornfield just like he's running like a corn maze with just like his glove sticking out? Like, don't even sticking out, it's just glove.
I don't know how they're going to set up the field, but in the movie, it's just a baseball field. The cornfield as like the outfield wall. So I mean, I don't know.
Oh, okay, all right.
So that's interesting.
I'm gonna watch this tonight. Then
I think it's August 12th. I'm gonna look it up real quick.
Hey, Aaron,
you gotta watch the movie.
Aaron, question for you. In honor of the A's, the vote coming up, do you want to watch Moneyball sometime?
Moneyball viewing?
Oh, dude, we gotta watch Moneyball if the A's move.
I'm down.
Does he get on base?
Oh, dude.
Here, wait. Can I screen share with you guys real quick?
Yes. I can give that to you right now. Go ahead.
All right. So this is the field they're gonna be playing in the photo I have up here.
Oh. Dude, that's exactly how I envisioned it in my head. Like I want an outfielder to be running through that field with just as like nothing. You can't see anything but just like his hand and like his glove sticking out from the top.
Yeah, where's Liam Hendricks? Why didn't they put him to put?
I don't know. They put Tim Anderson up there.
Yeah,
Tim Anderson's like Tony La Russa's nightmare, but that's a story for another day. Anyways,
I like that. So next one I have just a few more. I got some baseball ones as well. Daniel Camarena, Padre. Hit a grand slam as a pitcher. You know, his first ever hit is a grand slam, so that's pretty cool.
Oh, and I forgot to say this in the last episode, but is actually the second player in MLB history to have his first career hit as a grand slam. You know, the first guy was actually Lemeter's favorite team, the San Francisco Giants. Brandon Crawford in his first game.
Hey, big Crow, best shortstop in the league.
That is not true.
This is,
but
a pitcher.
Yes, a relief pitcher, not even a guy who hits normally.
Yeah.
And by the way, off Max Scherzer, it was a good pitch. It was like a fastball, like low, like just below the corner. Like that's a tough pitch to hit. And he just dug it out, and just hit it deep.
And it was clutch as fuck. Like that was the game. So I switched over. It was game 2 of the NBA Finals. I was like, all right, shit, like this is pretty much over. I think like the Suns were up by like 12 or something. And I was like, I switched off. The Suns didn't end up winning it, so like I didn't miss much there. But it was 8-2. Padres were down. Then that grand slam puts it 8-6, and then in the end they come back and they win it. So it was like that grand slam was actually like fucking big time. Like
it actually meant something. Yeah, it wasn't just some random grand slam.
Yeah. Next one, so the Angels select 20 pitchers in the MLB draft. So literally every round, their whole problem was, they got 2 generational talents, but no pitching whatsoever. So they just said, fuck it, like the odds are one of them is going to be decent, maybe even 2. You just take 20. The next one I got Trae Young, or yes I do, yeah, Trae Young. I remember what it is. So Bradley Beal has like COVID or something, or like he got some sort of sickness.
And Jeremy Grant.
And Jeremy Grant too.
Jeremy Grant's in protocols. He doesn't have COVID, but he's in protocols.
Yeah, but Bradley Beal, whatever. I don't think he's going or something. Or like they have like an empty spot or something. Yeah. So Trae Young posts an Isaiah Thomas meme, whatever, because he didn't get selected, and he goes to Isaiah Thomas like, I fit the criteria, but I was not selected. And I was like, oh man, that I don't know, that was funny. Donovan Mitchell was like clowning it, and then I think Isaiah Thomas himself, like he even
him and Ja are deeply hurt about not being selected, and rightfully so. The USA team does not have any playmakers.
It literally did. I was gonna say they needed. We were talking about it before. They need a point guard. I've been shitting Chris Paul, but Chris Paul would fit that perfectly. Like even Lonzo Ball, if you want like a discount version, like take Lonzo Ball on that team. Yeah. Just get like a pass, get some center, get some size.
They need 3 things. Honestly, I think it's rational not to take Trae because they have guys who can make plays. All these superstars can. They need defense and they need sharpshooting. And they're considering Duncan Robinson, so it's not the worst pick. But like, I still take Trae over like Beal or like.
Well, I would say I think the first thing they need is, and the biggest thing I think is that they're missing size. They don't have like any like 7-footer on the team. I think Bam Adebayo is their tallest guy, and like they're missing just
centers are like their center rotation.
Draymond, Bam.
What's his name?
Bam Adebayo, and then
Kevin Love. Potentially, if they need to run.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know. Like, does DeAndre Ayton? Can we take him? Like, fucking take him.
He's from the Bahamas.
Oh, that's true. I remember. What was who said like, oh, I can't believe we didn't take DeAndre Ayton? It's like, yeah, he can't. Like, he's from the Bahamas. And then okay, fuck it. I mean, take. I know, yeah. Jokic. This is the worst part, actually. Yeah, Jokic wouldn't play. Embiid wouldn't play.
Take Dwight. Take Dwight.
I mean, I was gonna say Cat. You can take Karl Anthony Towns. He's from America.
Isn't he from the Dominican Republic?
Is he?
Oh, yeah. He has an American accent though.
Cat,
well, I mean, okay, but like
his girlfriend is hot as shit. Sorry, you didn't hear that. Cut that out.
Not by my bio, but what's his name?
He's from New Jersey.
DeAndre Ayton speaks English. It's not like he's got any accent or anything like that. But yeah, bless you. Okay, who else? Fuck, is really Dwight Howard who we have to scrape to like fucking to get a tall center on the team?
Dwight.
Come on, there's got to be more.
Wait, who are we talking about? America?
Just an American center, just a tall American, like
JaVale McGee. No, that's even worse.
I mean, like
honestly, we're throwing Holmes. Honestly,
yeah, let's go Kings, baby.
Are we really scraping that? I think Cat would play. Cat will play. I think Cat would work.
The Cat will probably play.
Let's see who else. Defensive anchor Rudy Gobert. No.
Yeah, go see.
Take Drummond. Take Drummond.
I guess that's what I actually never thought about that. Like,
you cannot all this. No joke. I'd rather take Dwight than Drummond.
No, that's wrong. Yeah, that ain't it.
I'm pretty sure Dwight's anti-vax though, so I feel like I don't know. Is Drummond anti-vax?
Oh, that's true, and they're not gonna let him because I'm pretty sure they're forcing it. Yeah, Dwight's not gonna do that. DeMarcus Cousins, I was gonna say honestly, bring him back maybe from 2016. Like fuck it. Yeah,
Kings legend.
Kings legend. Yeah, that's true. Okay, and I have a few more. So Saquon Barkley, his thirst traps. He's just walking around now, and he's posted like 3 or 4 pictures just back to back of just him like working out his legs, just looking huge. Like I mean,
so the Saquads.
It's the Saquads, but it looks like did he tear his ACL last year or whatever fuck he tore last year? He looked like he rebuilt that and then also fortified it with just like so many muscles around that. And then he put like a muscle cage over whatever the fuck he tore before.
What the fuck? I don't know that's possible, man, but he did it.
I didn't either. I mean, you look at his legs. I think Eli Manning had like the funniest one where he's like, "Yo, can you stop photoshopping my legs on your pictures?" And it was like Yeah, no, it's muscle on top of muscle on top of muscle, and it's just all fucking caged around his knee and shit like that. It's crazy. I don't know.
Hey,
I,
man, that's why he has.
it's
That's
like
why he
it's
has
a
the
weird
sick
habit.
ones.
It's a weird habit of the week, but I just had to say it. And then the last one, and then this is honestly the biggest highlight of this week, is Big Ben announcing that he's or not really Big Ben announcing through himself. It's probably just through like some journalist who's like, hey, like here's $20, and you put out something saying like I'm on a diet now, and yeah, Big Ben's on a diet. Big Ben's trying to get Slim Ben.
No one's
Yes.
slimmer than Ben.
I like that. I like just like this. Like, you know what? Like, shit, my career might be going down the drain. Let me just really quickly, let's just eat some vegetables and, hopefully it works out. That's it for me.
Do you think Big Ben has ever eaten vegetables in his life before this?
I'm not sure. I don't really fucking know. From the looks of it, probably not. I think Big Ben's rule of thumb now is just like if it's green, it's healthy. If there's something green on my plate, it's probably healthy.
Mint chocolate chip ice cream, Ben.
Yep, green jello. I mean, like, what else can you like? Green slushies, like Baja Blast. He can Baja Blast. That's pretty healthy.
He can get the Badgers.
He can down some Badgers.
Hey, if he needs the recipe, I have the recipe on how to make a Baja Blast.
Ooh.
All right. Shit. All right. That's all I got. Let's get into our segment, which is kind of Olympics related. We talked about the Olympics a little bit, but we're gonna do a little draft. We've done that before. We're gonna do a little draft where we're gonna implement. Japan had the 7-on-7, or they didn't have 7. Fuck, man, I'm totally messing this up. Japan introduced baseball into the Olympics. That's gonna be this year's kind of like new sport is baseball for Japan. So we're saying like if we were the ones who were to decide what sport we would add on to the Olympics, it would be 7-on-7 football, and then we're just gonna do a little draft of who we would want to represent the American team. And we're going to do quarterback / safety. So, you're playing both sides of the offense. 3 wide receivers / corners, 2 outside, 1 slot. A tight end / linebacker, a running back / linebacker, and then a center / D lineman, and then a head coach to, coach all these players for the US of A. But let's figure out the draft order. I'm thinking of a number. You guys want to do it?
Let's do it. Order who has the biggest penis. So me, Lemire, then Boaz.
All right. That's are we going smallest to biggest or biggest to smallest?
You could interpret that however you want.
I actually like that way. Lemire loses regardless. Aaron, you and I are fine. And Lemire's the one who loses in that scenario. Okay. All right. Guess a number. I'm thinking of a number right now. Guess it. 1 to 3.
I'm gonna be a rebel and say 2.5.
No, I mean it's gotta be a whole number. 3 for Lemire.
Oh fuck! I guess I got 2.
All right. 1 was my number, so I guess I'm going first since you guys didn't choose it. All right, now choose a number between 1 and 2. Aaron.
2. Got it.
Lemire.
We have to say 1.
I mean, you gotta go. Yeah. I guess I don't know why I'm asking. Yeah, 2 was the number, so Aaron, you go second. Lemire is going last. We're gonna do snake it, so Lemire is gonna go back to back.
Ooh.
All right. So with the first overall pick, I think I'm gonna go cookie cutter. I'm gonna get my quarterback, Lamar Jackson. I think
that's my
athletic.
pick.
I think he's the best fit for like if you want like an actual like safety, like kind of like traditional safety. He's the fastest quarterback there is out there, most agile. Kyler Murray, you can maybe say like the speed is comparable, but like Kyler Murray's 5'9". I don't want a 5'9" safety out there. So who has got a decent size? He's a good quarterback, and he's also athletic. I think Lamar Jackson fits all of that. Lamar Jackson, my number 1 pick.
Well, damn, that was my pick. That was my goddamn pick, boys.
I think that's everyone's. I think that's like when you're thinking of quarterbacks, like who can play like on defense as well.
Hey,
Lamar Jackson.
Hey, we're using the rule that you're only allowed to have 1 retired player, right?
Yes, you can have 1 retired player. You have an option to have 1 retired player. Aaron, you're second.
All right, give me someone who has played wide receiver at a high level in the NFL, and give me someone who also has career interception numbers. You know who I'm talking about? Some guy who comes in to prevent Hail Marys. I'm talking Julio Jones, newest member of the Tennessee Titans. Guy has experience as a safety. We'll convert him to a corner. We're playing against a bunch of other wide receivers who are corners or potential corners playing wide receivers. It'll be fine. I have picking Julio Jones.
Okay, and he's playing on the outside, I would assume, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just clarifying. Lemire, go ahead. You got back-to-back picks.
With the number 3 pick, you guys are not expecting this one. Patrick Mahomes.
Ooh. Whoa.
Here's my rule of thumb here. So some of the defenses are going to be suspect, right? You're going to have some out of position players playing. So
Definitely.
I want a team that can just simply outscore you no matter who you have on offense. So Patrick Mahomes, I would have picked Aaron Rodgers here, but Patrick Mahomes has that extra bit of athleticism that could get it, and get it done at the safety level. So I'm going to go with Patrick Mahomes.
I'm not hating on it. I like it a lot. Lamita, you got you got one more.
It's me.
Yep.
Okay, I was not going to pick running back this early, but this player, Miles Jack, has played running back in college, has played linebacker, and, I want to invest in my defense a little
That's
bit.
a good point. I had him deep in my linebackers, like running back list. I also had him in a tight end linebacker because I think he could play tight end as well. But I thought like that's a guy who way down I could maybe grab. That's not bad. That's a good pick. Aaron, you're back.
All right, well, I'm going to cheat the system a little bit and not pick my quarterback till like my last pick since you guys both already have one.
That's fine. Yeah, you can do that.
All right, so I'm going to go with Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey is my next pick. And let me tell you why. We need trash talk. We need someone that can get in your head. I could have gone Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, but I feel like Jalen Ramsey would be the shutdown corner that I need on my team. So we're going to go Jalen Ramsey. He looks like he can catch a couple footballs too. I'm not doubting that. So, hey. We already got Julio's. We're probably going to get most of the targets on offense. So, Jalen motherfucking Ramsey. Welcome to the team. And if you choose AJ Green, just know that he beat the shit out of AJ Green in that one game and talked shit like it was nothing. That shit is one of the top 5 NFL moments of all time. Jalen Ramsey shit talking AJ Green after whooping.
I'm going to pick Golden Tate because he could beat Jalen Ramsey.
Oh.
What'd you say?
Oh. He said he's going to pick Golden Tate.
Bro, don't talk shit about my team, all right? The San Francisco 69ers are going to win the Olympics.
No, this is your nation now. The nation of the San Francisco 69ers.
Oh, the nation of the 69ers.
Okay. I'm going to go in a maybe interesting direction. I'm going to go with Devontae Adams as my wide receiver / corner. I think it's a guy who's got good footwork. And I think, we were talking about this before. I feel like if you got footwork as a receiver, you should have like semi-decent footwork as a corner as well. Like I think you should be more than capable. So, yeah, I'm going to have Devontae Adams as my wide receiver / corner. And then I got back-to-back. So I go again. This is where it gets a little bit more difficult. But I'm going to take Saquon Barkley as my running back / linebacker. I want, we were just talking about the Saquads. I want a guy who's built. He's built like, he built like a fucking tank. And, there's durability concerns, of course. But, this is the Olympics. He's only playing for a month or so. So, like, it's a few games. Hopefully he's going to be fine. But that's my running back / linebacker.
All right. So that brings it over to me. I'm going to go Stephon Gilmore for my wide receiver / cornerback. Let me tell you why. Lameter.
Huh.
You think you can?
Aaron, he's not holding out of this team. This is the one team he will not hold out.
You think you can score on me? Well, good luck with Jalen Ramsey and Stephon Gilmore locking your ass down. All right, we're going defense minded now. That's what we're going over here.
Aaron saw my team and got scared real quick.
But then Aaron, on offense, you don't think you're gonna be struggling?
Your team doesn't even have a name.
You got two cornerbacks. You got two cornerbacks.
No, that's what the later picks are for. That's what the later picks are for. We got Julio.
You only got one more pick for receiver, though. You can only pick one more receiver.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I can't. Those are my. That's it.
Yeah, you got his 3 receivers: Julio, Stephon Gilmore.
Oh, you got Julio too. I forgot about Julio. Okay, so you got Julio. Okay, never mind. You got Julio. All right. Lameter, you're going on the clock.
All right. Another one that's going to surprise you guys. I'm going to go Tyreek Hill.
Ooh.
Wow, dude. Lameter's number one cheat.
The chemistry. He's going for the chemistry.
Safety position on my team's a little suspect. I need speed on one of my corners. I think Tyreek Hill brings just that. He's fast. He's got chemistry with Patrick Mahomes, both on defense and offense. They're buddies. So I think that's going to work out real well. He's agile too. I think he could stay with some of the receivers in the league.
But you got like a 5'9", like 5'10" corner now. You're not worried about size.
Hey, manning the slot.
Yeah, let them know.
And if he needs to stay, if you got like someone running the streak, he could like switch over real quick and still like keep up with them.
That's true. He will run across the field and then still cover it. Yeah. Okay. Right. What's your next pick?
With my next, that's the fuck. It's right. Lemire Snake.
No wait, Lemire still has one. Lemire's got one, right? Aren't you back to back?
Yeah. That's what I just said.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go Keenan Allen. I think he's the best runner. I think on offense, he's going to get me those little short yardage situations. And on defense, he's a dog.
Okay.
All right.
Aaron,
all right.
Your turn.
Give me Trent Williams for my center / D lineman. Give me Trent. He was one of the few offensive linemen I was a fan of, and that's not because they're in a relevant position. It's just because they do not get the love they deserve. So I only know the best of the best. So
Okay.
he seems very athletic. He seems like he can play a little defense. He seems like he can snap a couple footballs. I'm sure he can do it. He seems like a very versatile guy. Not to mention the tats, intimidation factor, scary tats.
That is true. He's got what is it? The fucking gorilla on his back. What was that one?
Yeah, because he's a champion. Because he's a champion. He's going to carry this team. And can we run a center sneak where he just takes the ball and runs forward?
I don't see why not. Yeah, I guess you could.
Okay, well then he's doing that. We're doing that then.
Okay. All right. I'm on the clock now. I will be taking, call me a little bit of a homer here. I'm going to take George Kittle as my tight end.
Homer.
A little bit.
Homer.
He's physical. Again, you could say I got some durability concerns with Kittle and Saquon. But, it's a few games. You just got to play a few games. Hopefully it's fine. He's going to be physical. He's not going to be afraid to tackle. I was thinking of Kelsey, but, you don't know. Kelsey could be kind of scared to put his head down. He's a little bit of a pretty boy. Kittle's not. Kittle's cool with getting his face bashed into. He's going to be physical as a tight end, and he's going to be physical as a linebacker. George Kittle. And then I think I got to take another receiver/corner. I'm gonna take a page out of Aaron's book. I'm gonna take Tre'Davious White. That's gonna be my cornerback. I'm not so sure about his receiver skills. I don't know. I've never seen him if he's ever played receiver at a very competitive level. But he's a fucking amazing corner. I think he's the best corner still available, and I think he'll be a decent receiver. And if not, we still got Devontae Adams. I should be fine. Aaron, go ahead.
All right. So I'm pretty confident my next picks are not going to get picked by you guys. So I think I'm time to take the quarterback. And now this one I'm torn between two people. I'm really torn between two people. One of them is a better quarterback, and I feel like they'd be worse at safety. The other one's a worse quarterback, and I feel like they'd be better at safety.
And fucking take Jamal Adams. Take Jamal Adams.
Dude. Fuck it. We're taking Cam Newton as the quarterback/safety. And let me tell you why.
Josh Allen? Josh Allen was the one who I thought was the obvious.
Hey, let me throw this out there. Let me explain myself. Wow. Right? We're a defensive-minded team. Cam Newton, sure. He didn't look that great throwing the old pigskin around last year. But let me tell you something. 6'6", athletic freak. He's nice and rested now. He's gonna be all ready to fly around and maybe pick some balls off midair. I feel like he has maybe potentially the best hit stick out of all the potential quarterbacks.
He's a linebacker. He's like a linebacker. He's honestly more
so we're gonna have a linebacker playing safety. Yeah. So, good luck scoring on old Cam back there. And if he does get burned, hopefully Jalen Ramsey and Gilmore could be there. And I was debating picking Kyler Murray, but I feel like it was just too short. So, But Josh Allen was one I didn't even think of.
I thought you were going to pick Mike Vick. I thought you were going to go into your retired players.
Oh, no. My retired players coming
out. But, I remember Mike Vick, his last few years on the Steelers, those were not pretty. I'd rather probably take Cam Newton from last year than I would Mike Vick now. All right, Lemeter, you got back-to-backs.
These are my last two picks, right?
And then head coach. I guess we're all gonna do that last.
I got three after this.
You got three more. Yeah. We all got three. Yep.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go. I have three guys in mind here. All right. I'm gonna go into my retired players pool. I'm gonna go with Darrelle Revis. Revis Island. I think he's a great cornerback, and I think he does have good hands. So I think he's going to do some work on the offensive end for me.
Okay, that's not a bad pick. I don't think so. All right, Lemeter, what's your next one?
My next one, you got to protect Pat Mahomes back there. We're going to give him some protection with Big Q, Quentin.
All right, that's that.
No, Quentin Nelson.
Quentin Nelson. Quentin Nelson. All right. That's actually a good one. That's it.
Serving them pancakes. We got our chef for the trip too.
Okay. Aaron, go ahead.
All right. With my next pick, I will be going to my retired players bag as well. I will be selecting Brandon Jacobs. Dude is trying to make a comeback as a defensive end.
D-lineman, yeah.
And he's going to be my running back linebacker. Dude is built crazy. Dude could not be tackled in his prime. We're going to go into it. We're going to be a ground and pound you team. We are just big. We're physical. And we're going to outlast you. We might not be as flashy as you, but we're going to outlast you. That's what we're doing.
Aaron, I like that. When you're like, can we have a retired player? That's the first one I thought of. I was like, Aaron's gonna take fucking Brandon Jacobs. Okay.
I love Brandon Jacobs.
I'm gonna take, everyone's taking retired players. There's a run of retired players. Lemire took Revis. You took Brandon Jacobs. I'm taking T.O. We just saw him at Richard Sherman, or not Richard Sherman's. We saw him at Deion Sanders' fucking camp, and he was burning. Like these were like, guys in their 20s that are corners in their 20s. And obviously, I guess you can say like these aren't like Alabama, LSU, like the future first round pick corners or anything like that. But T.O. was burning them, and he still's got the athleticism. He's got the route running. He's got the hands for sure. And I think he'll be a decent corner as well. So I will be taking T.O. as my wide receiver / corner. That's my final one right there. So this is going to be kind of difficult. I guess I'll take Trey White maybe, and T.O. would be my outside guys, and Devontae Adams would be my slot guy. I think that's how I would do it. And then I'm going to take my head coach. I think this is the time where I should be taking a head coach. And I'm going to take a guy, who had a little success with RG3 before, mobile quarterback. I got Lamar Jackson. I'm going to take Kyle Shanahan. He's the Trey Lance offense, RG3 offense, and then hopefully maybe you can kind of cater that to Lamar Jackson.
Boys, you fucked up.
Did I? Okay.
You're going to let the best head coach fall right into my lap, but I'm not taking that yet.
Okay.
I know Lemire's not taking my head coach. So
take Bill O'Brien. Take retired players, Bill O'Brien right there.
No. With my tight end linebacker, I'm taking Kyle Van Noy. Why am I taking Kyle Van Noy, Aaron? Good question, audience. The reason I'm taking Kyle Van Noy is because I like Kyle Van Noy, and I couldn't think of anyone else better. So I'm putting him down. There's no real reason for that. Okay. Seems like a cool dude.
And that's your tight end linebacker, right?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
He won't get many touches on offense. Actually, no. Didn't he have a catch and then he ran it for like 30 yards? Or was that someone else? No, that was someone else. That was that one.
I don't think so. I think maybe there was like
number 52
or something. I think
it was number 52 on the Patriots. It was like Chandler or something. Not Chandler Jones. I don't remember his name.
Is it Roberts? I was gonna say like Landon.
Oh, Landon Roberts. That's who it was. Yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
That should have been my pick. Oh, too late now. Calvin Noy.
That's fine. Hey, he's athletic. He should be good. Yeah. All right, Lemire. Your last two.
Real quick, can I trade one of my picks real quick and get an undrafted player on my team real quick?
No.
That's what's the point of that? What's the point of that?
I forgot the freaking existed. He's like Revis, but like 10 times better.
Oh, you okay?
Pick Night Train Lane from the Lions from the '60s. That's a good pick.
I already used that pick.
I like Dick Night Train Lane. Go.
I'll be taking Will Chamberlain. Not a football player, but Will Chamberlain.
Let's see, who am I gonna go with? I need a tight end, huh? Rob Gronkowski.
Just pick a Landon Roberts.
I'm gonna go with Patrick Willis.
Ooh.
He's an elite athlete, elite linebacker. Helps me on the defensive end. I think Patrick Willis could get it done on both ends. He's gonna
call me Homer, but I thought another BYU linebacker. Aaron took fucking Kyle Van Noy. I thought another BYU linebacker replaced for the Niners might get taken.
Because you guys are homers, I'm picking the best team.
I was definitely considering Fred Warner.
Yeah, that's a guy who I thought maybe one of us was gonna take.
It was between Warner, Gronk, Kittle, and
Kittle. I already got Kittle.
Yeah, you snagged Kittle. He was my first choice. But yeah, okay. Head coach. I think this team is set. This is a great team.
Say AJ Titties, come on.
We need some vibes on this team. We need some characters.
Is it Dan Campbell?
Knock on wood himself, John Gruden.
Oh, knock on wood.
He's gonna bring the luck with him. Knock on wood if you're with me.
Lemire, that's a great pick. But you guys both fucked up. You guys.
Dan Campbell. I think you're taking Dan Campbell.
Oh my God, no! I'm not taking.
Take Adam Gase, dude. Please take Adam Gase. You're a legend.
I don't need Adam Gase. I don't need Dan Campbell. I don't need Bill goddamn Belichick because these are all professional players playing 7-on-7. They can figure out simple ass playbook, right? You know who I'm taking as my fucking head coach? The head coach herself, AJ Titties.
Yes, let's go. Let's go. Let me know. Aaron, you fucking legend. Oh my God.
These guys, they don't need a pep talk to be like, oh, let's run a pitch play 7-on-7. No, they need something. They need a head break. If they're feeling a little unmotivated, just go to the side.
But are you worried about testosterone levels going down?
I am, but then here's what we're gonna do it. She's only gonna suck, but she's not gonna let them nut. So if hypothetically Cam Newton throws a beautiful dime to Jalen Ramsey on the sideline, real quick timeout, Cam Newton over a little quick 15 seconds, and she's like, "I'll finish you."
They go in the blue tent. The injury tent,
and she'll give better head to the better player in the game, so they're more incentivized to play better.
So like every player will get head, but let's say you dropped a touchdown or something like that, you're not gonna get she's not gonna put any passion.
Talking ball torture. That's what it's gonna be.
Oh my God, dude, you're getting blue balled. And you're a fucking genius, Aaron. That's
graphic for this anymore, man. It's gotten too.
All I'm saying is you guys fucked up. These guys don't need a coach. What are they? They don't need a coach. They need some motivation. They need some motivation, and that's what we're getting. These guys are smart enough to run the goddamn playbook themselves. So that's
okay. Well, fun. With my last pick,
you still
I still have my center / D lineman, and I'm gonna go to I have a few offensive linemen like circled as well, but I'm gonna go in a more interesting direction. I'm gonna go with the D lineman, who I think can play a little bit of offensive line as well. I'm gonna go with Chris Jones. I think on the Kansas City Chiefs, he's a bigger defensive tackle. I was thinking between maybe Aaron Donald as well, but I think Aaron Donald. I don't know if the personalities will clash necessarily. I think Chris Jones, he's a mellow. He's kind of like he's like a mild mannered type of guy. And he's a beast on the D line as well. But I think he's got enough. He's got the physical strength. He's got the size for it. I think he can be a center as well. So I think that finishes off my team.
Okay. AGT is gonna be finishing off a lot of players on my team. If you know what I mean.
Fuck. Yeah. All right. Let's go down the roster. So there's no better way to transition that. My head coach. My coach for my team. I can't even say that.
Can't even say
that word. I can't even say that word without.
See, now you're already off your game plan.
That's true, and you just proved my point that you made the best decision. Kyle Shanahan. My quarterback's actually is Lamar Jackson. My receivers are Trey White and T.O. And then my slot corner is Devontae Adams. Then I got my tight end / linebacker is George Kittle. My running back / linebacker is Saquon Barkley. And my center / D lineman is Chris Jones. Aaron, go ahead. Let's hear your roster.
All right, so quarterback safety, I got Cam Newton. Outside corner, Julio Jones, slash wide receiver. And another second outside corner, slash wide receiver, Stephon Gilmore. And then I guess I have to play Jalen Ramsey in the slot, so we'll be doing that. Tight end linebacker, Cal Van Noy. Running back linebacker, Brandon Jacobs. Center defensive lineman, Trent Williams. I guess that's my homer pick for this one. And then head coach, I have AJ Titties.
Alrighty.
Decent team.
Wait, let me do it real quick before you finish. My head coach, AJ Titties, will be offering any up and coming recruits a swallow ship to join the team. So sorry, I thought that's a Kanye lyric.
No,
it's a Kanye lyric. He said Kanye's the head of the class, so just got a swallow ship. I had to use it.
That's got to be some sort of fucking NCAA violation, dude. There's got to be something there. Fuck.
Okay, no more AJ Titties jokes. I'm cutting myself off. Let me go.
The national team of India has an announcement. Due to unforeseen circumstances, Darrell Revis has COVID, so he needs a replacement now. We're going to be calling up Deion Sanders.
That's actually a really good pick. It's actually a very good pick.
Prime time, yeah.
But unless it's 50-year-old Deion Sanders. You should pick Leon Sandcastle. Remember that from that commercial?
Out of retirement, Deion Sanders, prime time. Anyways, so the team now looks like head coach John Gruden. Knock on wood if you're with me.
Every time I hear the word head now, dude, Aaron, you ruined the word head for me.
hey, leader. Your slogan is knock on wood. Our team slogan is suck on wood. Okay, now I'm done.
All right. Running back / safety. Running back / linebacker Miles Jack. Linebacker / tight end Patrick Willis. The most elite linebacker group in the Olympics. Then wide receiver 1, you got Keenan Allen. Wide receiver 2, prime time, and slot receiver Tyreek Hill.
Okay, that's not bad. I think those are 3 solid teams. They're all NFL players. They're all bless you. Bless you. Damn, we got around.
Praise Allah.
Is that 4 in a row? God damn it! That's fucking. That's pretty good. That's 3. That's still.
That's pretty good.
A hat trick. That's a fucking sneeze hat trick right there. That's
hat trick. Only England could have got a hat trick in the penalties.
Bring it back to that. All right, last segment before we leave. Let's talk about the NBA playoffs a little bit, or the NBA finals, really. Suns versus Bucks. We got a series. What can we say? We got a series.
Okay. First, I'm gonna rant about to all the people that are calling these NBA finals bad. Shame on you.
This seems like very directed. This seems very directed.
No, this is to everybody.
He's very directed at the guy
very
right here.
Entertaining finals. This finals is genuinely entertaining. It's gonna be one of the best finals of the past 10 years. It's gonna go to 7. It's gonna be fun.
Bucks in 6 though. No, I'm just
Huh?
kidding. No, I'm kidding. I'm fine with any team. Honestly, I don't really care.
What's up? What do you say?
Nothing. I didn't say anything.
I believe he said Bucks in 6. I believe that is what he said.
No, that's what I said.
I
I
look
didn't say
like a
that.
bum right now. I don't care. Because this NBA Finals is fun. Devin Booker finally found his groove. Giannis is balling out. Chris Paul, no comment. DeAndre Ayton
Switched up on him so quickly.
Holiday,
Be your
Drew
own
Holiday.
people sometimes.
Flipped up.
Drew Holiday, no comment. Chris Middleton, Cash Money Chris, is doing a cycle where he turns into Tyler Hero, then he becomes underrated. Then he turns into Michael Jordan, becomes overrated, then turns back into Tyler Hero.
Yeah.
Ones that hate me the most and just like me. You tell me what that means.
Yeah.
You gotta expect that from Cash Money Chris. It's all with a KH, by the way, not C. It's KH. Cash Money Chris.
ASH. Yeah. There's a lot of H's.
Yeah, KH.
I mean, but who can forget the best player on the court just at all times, Bobby Portis? I mean, when Bobby Portis comes in, the Bucks crowd goes wild.
He's bringing it. Dude, Bobby Portis is a fun guy to watch. And
every time he runs in, there's a standing ovation.
Shout out to Cam Johnson. Dude's been an absolute bucket. Game 3, he had like third quarter where he dunked on PJ Tucker. Then like 2 seconds later, he dribbled it up and did a reverse up and under. You know, Cam Johnson's living his life.
No, he is. But Bobby Portis, just back to that for a second. Every time he gets on, I think he gets like a larger standing ovation than either Giannis or Middleton gets. Like the Bucks crowd fucking loves Bobby Portis.
Because have you seen all the Bobby Portis memes they've made? I mean,
yeah,
they're so funny. Bobby Coitus, Bobby Cordis, Bobby Blowfish. I don't know. That's all I remember right now. Oh, Bobby.
My team is honestly so likable.
Yeah.
They are. But
except for that, fuck Pat Connaughton. Fuck you. No, I'm just kidding. Nah,
Pat Connaughton.
I have nothing
That's
against
Lemeter's favorite player. What do you mean that's Lemeter just got it. Okay. So I wanted to do, I like this little game plan thing. We talked about like what were the Bucks and the Suns game plan going into it. Let's talk about the Bucks and Suns game plan now. I think just objectively, we're gonna take bias out of Lemeter, gonna get upset because I'm gonna provide like every scenario.
Wait, can I just vent about last game before we start? Like
yes,
an
go
extra
ahead.
second?
Yes.
Okay, I just need help. So I think Booker should have been kicked out of the game, right?
So much earlier.
Yeah. He had like 8 fouls. He had 8 fouls.
100%.
I'm a biased Devin Booker fan. I admit it, but like, I think he should have been out of the game. But I think it's fine. You know why? Because the 5th foul was soft as shit, man. It was soft. But like calls went both ways, so I'm not going to complain about the refs.
That's what I'm saying. All the Suns fans were complaining about the refs, and just in general, they're like, oh my god, Giannis
it went both ways.
No, but the crazy thing to me is like, Giannis gets so many free throws, like it's like unbelievable. He gets all these calls. It's like, dude,
no. Some of the free throws Giannis gets are ridiculous.
Bro,
both of us know.
If you drive it every single time and
it comes with every superstar. It does. I'm not saying it's just Giannis.
No, but not necessarily. But let's just logically think about this. Like the Bucks are a physical team. They're one of the most physical teams in the NBA. They're gonna drive in every single time. They're doing their full back dive with Giannis up the middle, and the Suns are putting in 3 dudes who just stand there. Of course, you're gonna get contact there. Like, what's the logic behind it? The Suns are a finesse team.
I was telling you this. Monty Williams got to tell Jalen Smith, hey, buddy, I saw this on Twitter. I'm not going to take credit away from anybody, but I saw this on Twitter. They're like, hey, buddy, you got 6 minutes, 6 fouls to give. Go have at it. Just have fun tonight and just hack Giannis. That's
what every team should do. Every team should have one guy designate to just foul Giannis every time. Like every time he gets the ball, just literally have one guy just tackle him, like a linebacker.
I mean, that's essentially what the fucking Suns have been doing. It's just I think the thing is that DeAndre Ayton, and I saw other people at Suns fans were like, oh, he was soft game 4. It's like, no, I think what happened was that game 3, he was in his fucking face every single time. He got foul trouble, and that's kind of the reason like they went down so much is because DeAndre Ayton had to go out. So,
it's because DeAndre Ayton was balling out game 3 too. That's the craziest part.
No, but this one he just couldn't. Like the thing is like he had to play more passive just because like if he was playing more active on defense, he's gonna be getting those fouls. If he's every single time jumping in and when Giannis is fucking going in like.
He was getting the Lopez matchup a lot more this game.
Well, yeah, I mean, and I'm pretty sure that's they did that on purpose. There's no I don't think it's like, oh, he's just soft, whatever. No, that's he wants to stay in the game. He just doesn't want to get into foul trouble like he is. And if every single play, he's going to be in the paint, whatever, defending Giannis, he's going to get in foul trouble regardless.
Okay, now the real vent. All right, now I'm going to vent.
Okay.
With 2 minutes to go, Devin Booker on a game, bro. 42 points in like 38 minutes, right? Dude, why does CP3, why is he handling the ball in the clutch? He's been awful. It's not even like he's been decent or good. He's been awful all game. He's handling the ball, loses it, and the Suns lose. Chris Paul, man, just pass the ball. Hey, maybe it wasn't James Harden's fault. Maybe it wasn't. It's okay. Chris
Wow,
Paul will be back.
that's
We're
a
good.
no. I mean, well, Chris Paul.
There's a lot of
Okay,
emotions just right there.
let's say that for a second. It's not like it's not like they were running a play for Chris Paul. It's just he was running the ball up the court. Like I mean, he's the point guard. He was kind of running the ball up the court. Like,
Dude's been struggling with the dribble and the pass all night. I don't want him running up with the ball. Hey,
I mean, he's a
give it
point
to
guard.
Booker, give it to Ayton, give it to Booker, hand it off to Ayton, off the screen to Booker. Booker stops, stutters, pulls up, bang, bang, bang.
Instead, you know what happened? It's a steal. It's a dunk, and actually no, it's a foul that should have been called on Booker, which then Giannis puts in it for a layup, and then the
No,
block.
that wasn't that play. That was 3 minutes left. This was when he went up on Chris Middleton.
Oh, this when they, oh no, yeah, and then Chris Middleton got it, and then they fouled him, and that's when they started doing the free throws. Yeah. But I mean, the Giannis block, we got to talk about that for a second. That's like, I mean, if you're game 4, if you're like one play to just talk about it, the Giannis block on DeAndre Ayton, when there's still a chance. The Suns were up whatever with like 8 or 9 minutes left. Well, no, they were up by 9 points with like 8 or 9 minutes left. Then all of a sudden, the Bucks are coming back. They show some resilience. They're coming back. The game is tied up.
Booker has to go out with
the game is tied up. The Bucks are brought it back. The game is now tied up. It's not over yet though. It's like this whole game has been it's been super back and forth. There's been really no clear winner either way. It's been super close. In the fourth quarter, it's tied up, and right there, Giannis makes the play. They're up by 2. Giannis makes that block. They get the ball back, and they just continue that whole lead. And the Chris Paul thing, the Chris Paul whatever. I don't even know if the ball stripped or if he lost it or if that was like a pass, and I don't know what it was, but that whole sequence kind of secured the Bucks that win. But I mean, that overall was just like an excellent game for the Bucks. They didn't have a lot of turnovers. I think they only had like 2 turnovers in maybe the whole game, or no, I think it was like 5 turnovers the whole game. While the Suns almost had like 20. They got offensive boards. They used their size. I mean, I think that was just a really good game by the Bucks. They played resilient. They never because the Suns went on some runs. There was a few runs where Booker was just hitting every single shot. Like he was hitting. There was like 2 guys in his face, and he was hitting like some shots that was like, goddamn. Like by any other team, you'd be pretty demoralized. You'd be like, what the fuck? Like what are we doing wrong? Because they weren't doing anything wrong. They were playing like good defense. It was just Booker was hitting ridiculous shots. But they stated it. They never got like whatever. They never got pissed off at each other. They never got like over emotional. Stayed in it, came back, and then when the game was on the line, Giannis made that block. And then in game 3, they had the complete blowout, which was just like that. Like who could have seen that happen? Because the first 2 games, if I'm being completely honest, it wasn't really even close. Like the Bucks never looked anywhere even. Like if I'm talking game 4, they looked even. The first 2 games, it never looked even. It looked like the Suns were clearly the superior team. So let's get into this thing. So I was talking about like the game plan, or just kind of like what you got to do for each team. For the Bucks, it's continue what you've been doing at home, away. You just got to do it once away, and then if you can continue doing it at home. They need to steal 1 game away, right? You got to steal either game 6 or game 7 away, and then you got to continue winning at home. Then what you've been doing this whole playoff series, but they've only lost 1 game. You just got to keep winning at home.
Just one thing to point out there. The problem is home court advantage in the series is real. Both Milwaukee and Phoenix are going crazy. Like this is real home court advantage.
So that's what that's tough. Well, that's what I mean. I'm not saying that's. I'm just saying that's laying out the game plans. What each team got to do. You got to win the series. The Bucks got to just. They got to be. Their whole mentality is going to be. You got to be the asshole. You got to come in. You got to be the bad guy. You got to steal 1 game. That's what you got to do. The situation is the Suns have home field advantage, so they're going to get like. If you continue doing what you've been doing, and like just each team only wins at home and they don't win away, the Suns are going to win it because they have 4 games at home, and while the Bucks only have 3. So you got to steal 1. You got to kind of come in there with the asshole attitude. You got to come in there being like, you know what, we're gonna fuck things up for them, and we're gonna relish the crowd cheering against us. We're gonna take their boos and channel it positively. That's how the Bucks win this. The Suns, on the other hand, I mean, the game plan is simple: is you got to maintain home ground. You can lose to Milwaukee, but as long as you maintain home ground, you win in 7. If you want to win in 6, wrap it up even quicker. You got to steal 1 as well on the road. But as long as you just you keep your ground, you defend home, you win the series.
Yeah, I think for the Suns, I think they need to keep DeAndre Ayton involved. I think Mikal Bridges needs to step up a little bit. I think he's been like the 4th best wing on the Suns, and I think he's the best one out of the 4 of them. I think Cam Johnson's been far better. I think
Crowder's been really
better.
Crowder's been very good. Carter's been
Yeah.
their best 3-point
then-
shooter. He's been the only one who's been consistently hitting like deep. Like,
Nah, Johnson's been knocking down this series. Lastly, I want to say they need both their point guards back. Campaign, I don't know what's up with him, but he's not playing to the best of his ability. And Chris Paul, man,
Well, that I mean, I don't think it has anything to do with that. I think it's more just the Bucks have adjusted a little bit. Like, Coach Bud gets.
Nah, but okay, you can adjust all you want. Chris Paul's still gonna get his. He's not getting his.
He's still. I mean, he's. That's the thing. They're playing very good defense.
It's
Of
not
course,
Chris Paul. Okay, boys.
No, for sure, he didn't play up to his.
It's not Chris Paul. Chris Paul's not playing well.
But to say like, okay, like that has nothing to do with the defense. I think it has a lot to do with the Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday has been people shouldn't Drew, but he's been a beast on defense. He might be the best defense player just all around this whole series. Just he's been awful on offense, but on defense he's been locking out when he's on Booker, he's been locking him down. When he's on Chris Paul, he's been locking him down. Connaughton has stepped up a lot. And then PJ Tucker's really stepped up. PJ Tucker and Booker, that matchup has been actually really good for the Bucks. They've all of a sudden started using that a lot. But I think it's really that they're just the Bucks adjusting. They're kind of adjusting a little bit. They're switching better. They're not fucking putting centers on Chris Paul anymore, which like that's like that's crazy to think like that. That's gonna I could have made that suggestion too, but like maybe don't put Bobby Portis and fucking Chris Paul. But regardless,
I thought that was a good move by
Mike Gotenholzer.
No, but still, this isn't Chris Paul. Like Drew Holiday is an amazing probably one of the best defenders in the league. But Chris Paul still needs to. Well, I think we can all agree on this. He needs to play better.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like I don't think you can underrate just like the Bucks are playing very good defense.
Oh no, yeah.
They're the hardest challenge. They're the hardest challenge defensively that the Suns have had this whole playoffs. They're the toughest challenge they've had as a defense. Like the Clippers have a good defense as well.
They're the league right now. The Suns and the Bucks.
The Clippers are very tough. And then for the Bucks, if on offense, you got to honestly. The most frustrating thing with me with the Bucks is where they'll force a 3-pointer or like a mid-range shot when like you're still like early in the shot clock and like Giannis is in a mismatch. Like I've seen so many times where Giannis is like matched up on a guy who's like way smaller than him, and then all of a sudden I see Drew Holiday pull up for a 3 or like a step back or something. I'm like, dude, like what are we doing here? Like it's not that fucking difficult. And then for the Suns is you gotta just stick with your same shit that's been working. You gotta do that finesse bullshit that you do with your fucking screens and your mid-range shots. You just gotta keep doing that shit. And you got to feed the hot hand. I agree with you on that. You got to feed the hot hand. So whether it's Chris Paul in Game 1 or Devin Booker in Game 4 or DeAndre Ayton in really Games 1, 2, and 3, you got to feed the hot hand and you got to use that. But then the other thing is that the Suns have also been getting kind of the last 2 games. Really, I think what's fucked them up is in foul trouble. DeAndre Ayton was in deep foul trouble in Game 3. And then Game 4, the problem was Devin Booker. You said yourself that the Suns they choked that 9-point lead that they had really just because Booker had to go set down. That's the issue, and I think that's the Bucks. They're focusing. I think the Bucks, their game plan is we're gonna try to we're gonna play very gritty. We're gonna play aggressively, and we're gonna hope to get calls, and we're gonna hope that the Suns get into foul trouble. And the Suns just gotta their whole thing is you gotta you're gonna get calls. The Bucks are playing defense. You gotta get calls, but you also just gotta hit your shit. You gotta make your shots. Yeah. Just play highly efficient, which is what the Suns have done all year.
Booker's got to be a little smarter. I think once like a call doesn't go his way, he like acts out a little bit, and I think that like the PJ Tucker
fucking Aaron.
I don't think it's foul, but he got called because the ref didn't call it an out of bounds on PJ Tucker. It wasn't out of bounds.
I've been telling Aaron, dude, Chris Paul's got to. I think Chris Paul's going to affect on Devin Booker. I don't remember him bitching this much ever before. I've watched fucking him play for. He's been in the league since 2015. I don't think I've ever seen him bitch all this like fucking like the amount he was bitching in like Game 4. Like that was a Chris Paul, LeBron James level bitch performance there, where he was like every call, and it's the face. It's the typical Chris Paul LeBron face. That's like the LeBron fucking J.R. Smith when J.R. Smith forgets to like you don't have to take it out. That was the face. I mean, it was the same face.
Speaking of which, the Muffed podcast is not going to watch Space Jam in the theaters, guys. If you want to watch it, pirate. Let's pirate. No, Boaz. Let's pirate it together. I do not support pirating movies, but it's LeBron James. We got to do this one. All right.
You just incriminated us now, Meter.
Yeah, you did. You just put on a public record. Yeah, you did just on a public record.
I'm not gonna pirate. I've never pirated. I'm not gonna do this one either.
I'm gonna go to the movies. Maybe I'll go watch it. I heard the reviews, whatever, are in. Today's Thursday. We're recording this, so tomorrow. Yeah, it's like not very good. I mean, I didn't expect it to be good. It's Space Jam, and it's also Space Jam 2. When your main actors are NBA players, I would assume that it probably is not like the greatest, just like dramatic performance. I don't think LeBron James is winning any Oscars for that, but I mean, probably is like mildly entertaining.
In my book, I'll give him an Oscar. I give LeBron
You
an
think
Oscar
so?
for Space Jam 2.
If LeBron wins an Oscar, I'll call him Mickey Mouse Oscar. I'm just calling it right now. It doesn't matter if he deserves it. I don't care if
Kobe's an NBA player with an Oscar.
that's true. He is, but Kobe never performed in his. This his was like an animated Oscar.
No, he was the narrator. He was the narrator.
That's true, but he wasn't the star. If LeBron James, if he comes in there and he has like a DiCaprio, fucking Brad Pitt, he just has like just an amazing performance out there. It's like, you're crying, you're bawling your eyes out because it's so deep and just so heartfelt about how he's talking about his son, how he needs to defeat the Goon Squad. You know what? Maybe I'll come back and I'll apologize. But as of right now, it would be Mickey Mouse Oscar if you were to get one for this. All I gotta say.
On that note, we should end this Mickey Mouse podcast today.
And this was a Mickey Mouse podcast. Because this is the second attempt.
I guess you're right. Yeah, this podcast, this episode right here, we've never had all the previous episodes. We never had, another opportunity to talk about all our takes. We've never had the opportunity to first say our takes and then see what the reaction of the other two people were, and then say it again for now legitimately. So I guess you're right. A little Mickey Mouse. Yeah, we are. Okay, we can do Pack of the Week. I mean, we already opened Pack of the Week because we already did the episode. I mean, what are you doing today? What's with your camera effect?
I'm trying a new camera feature,
You put a water bottle in front of the camera.
Yeah,
all right.
It's good.
Let's see. Okay. All right. I just found. I'm pretty sure from the top of from the top of my little box thing, all my football cards. I think this is what happened last time. So, Aaron, I think you picked Terrell Owens, right? Did you pick T.O.? You picked. Who'd you pick?
Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, you did pick Patrick. No, you didn't. Wait, did you really pick Patrick? No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Because we did get Patrick Mahomes. Who'd you pick?
I don't remember.
Okay, whatever. I think it was a running back maybe, but yeah, it wasn't. Let's just go down the list. I'll go quickly.
It was Harris. It was Christian
McCaffrey, yeah. Damian Harris.
Wow, I never saw this one before. Oh boy.
Trey Hendrickson.
Oh boy.
Jamal Adams, Blitz boy.
Goat.
Michael Carter.
Yo.
Williams. Without the Williams.
Yeah, without the Williams.
Javon Holland.
Carter Williams is super.
I'm more of a Tom Holland guy myself.
And then Jalen Darden. And then I got my Pat Mahomes one I put to the front because, I'm a big Pat Mahomes guy.
Oh, really?
So,
I don't know.
Quick, oh, yeah. I don't know if you heard, but I'm a big fan of Patty.
But
Patty Mahomes.
Jersey now. You got to get the jersey out. Let's go. Let's see it now.
Right. Oh, all right. Let's get the jersey out. 1 second. All right, you guys. Talk
I'll
about
get
something real quick.
Jersey out in the meantime too.
Oh, I'll just give the audience ASMR while you guys are doing that.
Aaron, you gotta give us a count to 3, and whoever gets their jersey out first.
1 second, wait. I gotta put my cards away. Can I put my cards away? That's not.
Hey, I gotta go to the garage, man. I'm in the garage. I gotta go to my room. It's gonna be a rough time for me.
All right.
Yeah, but I gotta put all these cards away. Wait, Aaron. No. This.
You can start now. Go, Aaron.
Can you give us like a stand-up routine?
Okay. Hey, what's the difference between
2, 1, go.
It was my count. What the hell, man?
All right.
What the fuck? Okay. Now that they're gone, I'm gonna read you guys some ASMR from my notes section. Hold on 1 second. That's fucking football right there. None of that pansy ass dick tugging, smile for the camera bullshit. Men puke, men poop on the field. Men deliver their newborn baby on the sidelines. Fucking hardcore. It looks like Boaz won.
It's because he's right there.
And also, I didn't put all my cards away. I just dropped it. On that note, this has been a good episode. Our 2-parter episode, which the first part never will be seen by the public. But with that being said, see you guys next week. Peace.
Keep the ears in Oakland.
And hopefully we'll be back in person.